Hello everyone, welcome. This is such a pleasure to be here with all of you, sharing my own personal experiences about violin playing. My name is Margot, and I'm a member of the Sarasota Orchestra. As well, I'm a Sarasota Youth Orchestra coach and teacher and mentor. I'm here to discuss ideas about violin playing, whether for very beginners or more intermediate advanced players as well. It is important to find your own personal, natural perspective when learning and practicing perfecting your instrument. The crucial role what plays in violin learning and any instrument learning, art making, athletic skills is your imagination and is your creativity. It's important and crucial and fun to find inspirational ideas around yourself that will trigger your art making. It could be colors in the nature. It could be sounds in the nature. It would be a good friend. It could be your parents. It could be your grandma, your grandpa. It could be a movie. It could be anything that could trigger an art making for yourself. That's considering also all aspects of art making, violin playing, for example, like the color of the sound you would like to play, you would like to make. It means the birdies singing in the nature could inspire it, the beautiful color of the green trees, the touch of the leaf of the tree, the blade of grass, the gorgeous blue sky, the sunshine, the snow, the freeze, anything could inspire your sound and your emotion in music making. How about different weather? Beautiful sunshine day or a stormy, dark, windy and rainy day. Okay? Then you can explore all these colors, sounds and feelings in your music as well. In a following video, we will discuss few basic and major aspects of your instrument playing. We will start with your posture in general, how important it is and how important it is to make it natural and comfortable for yourself. Then we will discuss basic ideas of sound making and tone production on your instrument, on your violin. We will also talk about how to make the sound different, how to change the color of your sound. How about adding some vibrato to your sound? We will talk about the vibrato movement on your violin as well. And we will summarize with ideas of expression in your sound and in your music making skills. Okay, generally about your posture in violin play. It is very important that you will approach the whole idea with your open imagination and connection with your nature. It means you want to stand comfortably. Let me put this down to demonstrate. Comfortably with your feet aligned, your hips loose, your shoulders soft, and find the gravity in your posture. Many athletic exercises, like for example yoga, introduces this idea of the body awareness that is very important in connection with yourself and your instrument playing. Let me grab my violin. Let me allow myself to take off the shoulder rest for now. We want to get in touch with an instrument as a purist. Look at the back of the instrument. It's so beautiful. Look at the front of your instrument. The way it's shaped, it resembles the shape of a human body, doesn't it? With a beautiful head, neck, and your upper body, lower body. You yourself creating a base to holding your instrument. You need to support it on your shoulder in this case, right? The reason I'm wearing an open bare arm is to prove to you that you can rest an instrument comfortably on your shoulder and part of your collarbone area to let it rest comfortably. Here we go. Without the shoulder rest. It's just resting, sort of finding traction on your shoulder skin. Let's explain. This particular edge of the instrument, this round edge around the chin rest area, we place in a collarbone shoulder area. Delicate. Do not try to stick it, jam it in your neck. It's not necessary. Try to find a hugging space for your instrument. Let's try. Let's place it nicely, comfortably in this area with the body aligned, your neck, your spine, your feet. Now we're going to turn the head slightly towards your instrument, and the instrument should be comfortably staying under your chin, under your neck. It is somewhat therapeutic position for you. You should be resting your head comfortably and releasing all the pressure in the back of your neck and in the side of your neck, and no pressure, no lifting in your shoulders. Try to lift up your body, lift up your chest, align your spine straight and relax your shoulders. As you can see, my hands are free as a bird. This is a nice exercise to do, although have some assistance first not to drop your instrument. Having that bare shoulder and bare neck area really helps because that improves the traction with your skin on a back instrument. If you had a silky, slippery fabric on your shoulder, most likely the instrument will simply slide, okay? Then that's why we use something called the shoulder rest. Okay? The large part, thicker part of the shoulder rest goes towards the chin rest. Yes? It's a little tricky to put the shoulder rest down. We start on the bottom and we sort of slide it comfortably, adjusting it to your needs, where it needs to be for you to bring you that personal comfort and traction of your body. Basically, shoulder rest should just fill out the space that is needed in between of your chin and your shoulder. It's very personal, the use of the shoulder rest. Some people like it higher and more rigid. Some people like it lower. Some people play without the shoulder rest, using just a little traction pad here to prevent sliding. It's a very personal, suited to your nature, your anatomic build of your neck, chin, and shoulder. Obviously, people with a longer neck will probably need a higher shoulder rest, or vice versa. You know, it's a very personal approach, and it might take few different tries of different equipment to find the perfect one. Then now, having a shoulder rest attached, we will exercise the same idea, placing an instrument softly on the side of your left shoulder, your collarbone, here. Use your both hands, placing an instrument there. It's a good idea also to have a mirror in front of you to be able to sort of see yourself while you're doing it. It will give you sort of a feedback, visual feedback, not only a feeling that you will have. It is also nice to ask someone, like your parents, your siblings, and obviously your teacher, for an advice and feedback. Okay, how am I looking? How is it looking? Does it look natural? Do I feel comfortable? Do I look comfortable? Then basically, sort of a three-way feedback. You look at yourself here. You can see yourself from your own perspective. You can see yourself in a mirror. And you have another party, your parents or your siblings, grandma, grandpa, helping you to see the idea from the side. Here we go. This is your violin position. You see how your feet, your hips, your spine is aligned. The violin position is to the side. It sort of aligns with your left arm. You see that? Good. All right, let's talk about the position of your left hand. The left hand hangs naturally, gravity down. How to approach placing it on an instrument? I would simply bend the arm, rotate the arm. Where is the rotation? In your elbow, right? You can always help yourself holding an instrument with your right hand to prevent it from falling out of your shoulder and your neck, right? Also standing somewhere on top of the couch maybe, or a soft surface on top of the bed, that would make you feel more secure. All right, one more time. Holding an instrument, placing it nicely on the shoulder and your collarbone. You can touch your collarbone to feel the direction that it aligns around the neck. Placing the instrument, hold with your right hand, your bow hand. Relax your left shoulder, drop it down. Make sure it's nice and soft and hanging. Don't push it down, it's just soft, natural. Good, let's lift the arm, let's rotate, and let's place the left hand now on top of the instrument. Here, on top of the instrument. See what I'm doing here? I actually started a little vibrato exercise. Why not? See, I'm vibrating on top of my instrument. And oh, now it's so hot. Oh, it's very hot. Try that as well. Try to create some breeze on your face. Lightly. The movement is not large. Then we're talking about the basic vibrato movement. And now we move it towards the surface of the instrument, and we try to slide the middle finger, the second finger of the violin, on top of the instrument and create a little shush, shush, shush noise. Make sure your nails are trimmed, otherwise you can probably scratch the instrument very easily. We want to use the top of the finger, softly, sort of feel it. You can place all the fingers on top of your instrument and try to vibrate. Thumb just rests naturally underneath. This is a wonderful vibrato relaxation exercise, I would say, for all levels of players, beginners to advanced. Enjoy. All right. Then now we're gonna move towards the fingerboard and try to move the hand like if we were waving. Good? Okay. And then when you're ready, try to stop your thumb anywhere on the neck, but keep moving your hand on top of the strings. And then try to land the fingers, all the fingers on top of the string, either D or A string. Then try to land with your middle finger, right? Okay. We will be talking about the vibrato some more in the following segments of this video. Let's talk about sound production on your violin. There is a couple different techniques how we can make sound on a violin. We can either use the bow or you can pluck the strings with your finger. Okay? And how we place the bow on a string? With a comfortable, natural hold of the bow, thumb underneath by the froggy. Remember? Circle. We place the bow to strike the string. In striking the string is to find the contact point with the hair and the string and the contact angle. We can choose the angle to make the beautiful sound. The traction is very important when it comes to making sound on a violin. We need to find appropriate angle away from your face and more in front to see the tip of the bow, to find the proper traction between the cuticles of the horsehair and between the string. String also have a winding on it, which makes it very complicated to bond those two together. We don't want your bow going behind your head here. That will not produce a nice sound. You see that? That does not sound good. Let's open the bow forward. You see, it sort of clicks together. It makes this beautiful bell sounding noise, right? And again, you want to align your body, relax your hips, stand firm, heavy sort of in the floor. Feel that, feel the traction, feel the spring system in all your joint. Be flexible, don't tense up. Don't worry, don't fear, don't stress, relax, enjoy. Put that ease and enjoyment into your sound. And again, finding the contact point on a string and the head, finding an angle, bending the stick away from your face, leaving the fuller hair on a string, and striking the bow with the relaxed shoulder, relaxed arm, applying as much gravity as we need. If we put too much gravity and pressure, we're gonna scratch the string, right? Doesn't sound good, does it? No. We want to put only as much gravity as we need. And you see, I'm holding an instrument here by its body just to give ourselves a little bit support and comfort, security. When it comes to playing shorter bows, you will use less bow and you will use more speed of the bow than if you want to play shorter bows. Your movement becomes a little bit more intense. Simple smartphone app called Practice Plus. We will do a simple exercise, simple bowing exercise. We will place a metronome beat at 60 beats per minute. 60 is a simple second. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Simple word banana, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's your tempo of 60. This is your 60. Let's play whole notes, 4 beats per each bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times on each string. Sustain the sound. Could be done for both beginner and more advanced player. It's a great exercise. Try to maintain relaxation of your body, your arms and your bow grip, and try to make the transitions of your bow change very smooth, as well as your transitions from each string. It's not easy to make it perfect. Now let's play shorter bows. We use this 60 as our quarter note. 4 times on each string. We can start back on an E string when we finished with our whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, you could do this exercise in different parts of your bow. This time I use my middle. You can try your tip and you can try your froggy. Let's try that. Let's do it at the tip. 3, 4. As you could hear, it creates a softer, quieter sounding tone, right? Let's do it at the frog. It creates louder, more dramatic sound. That means usage of your bow parts has a huge role in expression in your sound. As well, placement of your bow on a string, playing by the bridge will create louder, more dramatic, harsher sounding tone than playing by the fingerboard. Let's demonstrate this. This is how we play by the fingerboard quietly. This is how we play by the bridge. Let's go back again with the fingerboard and we go to the bridge. Exactly. Then placement of your bow on a string will help you to create that musical expression in your sound. Next, we will talk about vibrato and how approach to make your vibrato more beautiful and more naturally sounding and easy to execute. Let's talk about vibrato in your violin playing. Vibrato adds definitely expression, color, even volume to your sound. Let's think about it. How do we start approaching to vibrate on your violin? Let's put the bow down. I will put it on top of my stand, music stand for now. It stays there comfortably. I grab my violin, I place it nicely on the top of my collarbone and my shoulder. I let it rest. I move my head. I make sure my comfortable position with the instrument. It's a very comfortable position. The violin rests between your shoulder and your neck and chin. I relax my arm. I lift and bend, I rotate, and I place the hand first, resting my thumb underneath, supporting the instrument, and I place all the fingers on top of the body of the instrument and try to sort of massaging the top with a little waving motion. The crucial thing in execution of vibrato is relaxation of your hand, a natural shape. See how the hand hangs lifted? We can also try to sort of wave the hand. Try to create some air on your face. Can you feel it? Yes, small wave, small movement. Let's move it towards the fingerboard. Really anywhere on a fingerboard. Try to land the thumb. Try to land the thumb on the violin neck and keep waving. Then focus on your either first or second finger and land on the fingerboard. Land on the fingerboard. For now, you can sort of make a waving motion on a fingerboard, but then try to land and keep waving. Okay? We have three types of vibrato. We have arm vibrato that takes charge of the whole arm, wrist. We have wrist vibrato that moves just the wrist. And we also have finger vibrato, which especially finger vibrato adds a lot of expression to the sound. We use these three types of vibrato rather simultaneously. We want to feel of combining those three types of vibrato, not separating the finger, wrist, and arm. We want to have sort of simultaneously one motion. Let's do it one more time. All right, relax your shoulder, drop the shoulder, let's bend the arm, rotation in the elbow. We want to align the hand along the fingerboard and drop all the fingers, all the four fingers on top of the fingerboard, like that. And starts with the waving motion on the fingerboard. Try to land with your thumb. Keep waving and try to land with the finger. It's a good idea to use a mirror in front of you to sort of check in on your motion and how that works. It's very important to keep your hand relaxed and flexible. The most important thing, we don't want to squeeze the fingerboard because then it will become like a goatee, little tense sound. That's how the vibrato will execute if we try to squeeze the neck. We don't want to squeeze the neck. We want to support the neck lightly with the thumb. Place your thumb on a cushion here, this cushion of your thumb. It's also very personal placement of your thumb, wherever the thumb feels comfortable. Some people hold it higher, some people like it lower. Depends on the shape and size of your hand. Very individual approach to a vibrato technique. Now grabbing the bow, let's try to play a simple 2-octave D major scale and trying to vibrate on each note, continuous throughout the sound vibrato. Let's keep it even when we change the bow. Let's not stop the vibrato. Mild intensity, sort of a natural approach to your vibrato movement. Your vibrato movement is a very personal, individual movement, and it will definitely help you with expressing your imagination and creativity on your sound, adjusting to a beautiful color and motion in music. Note just bit more time to learn and control our physical motion. It is important that we keep our mind in charge of our muscular learning and muscular memory. Let's do arpeggio. To summarize and pace it all together, if you will, please. Thanks again so much for staying along and listening. What a pleasure being here for all of you. Thank you so much. What an honor. I am so grateful for this opportunity, and to all of you. Thank you so much. Anyway, trying to pace it all together now. We talked about so many different things. We talked about creativity and imagination, expression in music. We talked about all these technical components of performance, of practice, leading to the performance. It is a lot. It's really a lifetime of learning. We professionals, even if we don't admit it every day, we do learn every day. And often, I must admit, in my personal opinion, we do learn from you guys, the students. You are our mentors as we are yours. Then thank you so much for that. Anyway, okay, then basic components of music is your quality of tone, is your intonation, and is your rhythm. If you add dynamics and music expression, you have your performance in fullest. But it's hard to practice all of this at once. We sort of need to pace it up. Then if I practice my tone quality, I would probably match it with my intonation, right? If I practice my rhythm, I would match it with my articulation, length of the bow. If I want to add the final component of musical expression with dynamics and musical motion and tempo, fast tempo especially, that's even more to it. It all takes a lot of time and a lot of mind, a lot of thinking. It is important, besides your natural human approach to your violin performance, that you use your thinking, your brain, your mind at all times to control your muscular learning, your muscular memory. I call our muscular memory our little pet. We need to we treat it kindly, nicely, but we are very strict with it to enforce some sort of a discipline as well, right? If you ask your pet, if you ask your doggy to give you a paw, to train how to give you a paw, think about it. You're gonna be very kind to your doggy. Yeah? You will ask him, please give me a paw, and then you will give it a treat. But then you will reinforce that idea, and we will repeat it many, many times to treat that doggy to give you a paw, right? Well, let's think about muscular memory as our little pet that we train, but we approach it with time, with kindness, with patience, and we do it every day, on an everyday basis, okay? I'm sure it will pay you back graciously. All right, now let's try to combine all these components. Tone production on a violin, contact point, placement on a string, Left hand posture, relaxation of the shoulders, bend, rotation, fingerboard, all the fingers nicely round, resting on a fingerboard. Bow hold, natural relaxation of the hand, hanging from the stick, pinky on top, thumb right by the froggy, right? The circle here, nice little circle. Relaxed, also relaxed. Important that we have shoulder relaxed. I will play a beginning of very famous piece, I'm sure you all know, by Jules Massenet, Meditation from Thais. It's originally composed for violin and orchestra. It's an original interlude from Massenet's beautiful opera, Thais. But I will play just the beginning of it, try to demonstrate all those different components of music in one and try to add emotional expression in musical phrases. Thank you so much again. It was a pleasure being here for you, and we truly hope to see you all soon. Thanks so much for watching.